Kenny Payne, bringing pain to those who caused him pain. A protagonist who became an antagonist and done well, in my opinion. You felt for him when we first saw him in Cobra Kai season 4. He was just a young kid that was bullied. He he was into things that his bully called was probably called weak. That you shouldn't be a nerd and shit like that. And Kenny liked this shit that was nerdy, quote unquote. So uh what interests me about him the most, well, at least one of the things that interests me about him the most, is the fact that he's among the few characters that I'm thinking about now. Another one is Kyler. He was a bully before he became Cobra Kai student, but Kenny is another one who doesn't. He never showed any conflict in his face, and that should tell us a lot about him as a character. Because once he started training the Cobra Kai, once he started taking in the principles like show no mercy and all that other stuff, strike first, strike hard. And whenever he actually dished pain out to his bullies, he enjoyed it. Kenny became a sadist. He enjoyed dishing out pain. He couldn't stop bullying uh, his bully, at least the ringleader, rather. Uh, it wasn't enough one time, two times. He was gonna do it until his heart's content. Ain't no telling him when he will stop. He actually became worse than his bullies, his tormentors. Pretty much showed the chief bully what it really means to be one. That's why he started taking karate. He was telling his brother about it, who was locked up in juvie at the time. He's visiting his brother in juvenile detention center, and his brother said, "I know a guy that can help you." And that guy happened to be a Cobra Kai student at that time, and he took Kenny under his wing and eventually started training Kenny he did the tryout and he failed. You know what I'm saying? Because he was showing fear. He wasn't pursuing his opponent. He was running away from him, and they were laughing at him and shit like that. So, and the dude that took him in convinced his sensei to give Kenny another shot after he trained Kenny a little bit, and Kenny was able to earn his spot in Cobra Kai. So after that was done, he was accepted by a group of people who was not going to bully him, but was going to see him as the person he wanted to be seen, somebody to be respected, a friend, a partner, you know. So the character Kenny has done so fucking well. I mean, it's amazing to me because when he came out of season 4, the world embraced him, it seems. And it seems in season 5, the world started to shun him because they was calling him he was overpowered. He learned Cobra Kai too fast. What was another thing about him? Well, he was OP, too overpowered. He learned Cobra Kai too fast. People started to turn their nose up at him. You know what I'm saying? At the character. It's amazing to me because you got people that say he learned too fast. He wasn't in it that long as so and so. You know, it's like fuck the logic of somebody may have a knack for something or people learn at different levels. Some people may learn it just like that. Some people may take time to learn it. Fuck that logic, right? Yeah, fuck that, right? At least he's not a fucking Marty Sue. He just fucking came out of nowhere and knew how to fight and happened to join Cobra Kai and shit. There's no explanations of why he's so fucking good. You know, fuck that, right? This man had to learn. We watched him learn how to fight and how to karate and shit. Like, even though it's the wrong way that he was learning, but we watched the struggles and shit, how he got better. And then it got to the point where it's like, holy shit. I'm thinking, like, if Kenny, here's another thing about that motherfuckers that say Kenny learned too fast. That's a good thing he learned fast, because Robbie wouldn't have had no challenge during the tournament, who was actually Kenny's mentor, Robbie. He would have had no challenge. He had to fucking channel his Cobra Kai anger in order to beat Kenny. Because it looks like Kenny was going to beat him. It looks like it at first, and then he was... Robbie... No. Hold on. Let's come back to me. My bad. He was already beating Kenny, okay? And one of his sensei says, are you fighting against your friend or are you fighting against your foe? And Robbie came back at him tenfold. You know, he didn't just beat Kenny, he fucking hurt him. You know. So... yeah, so another thing I like to see, I like to mention is that when he smiles, you can see the pleasure all in his face. It's evil pleasure. He's got that. It just I don't know if it's the actor's natural way to make you believe this guy's he's a fucking sadist. He's a sociopath. You know what I'm saying? He's all in, man. There, like I said at the beginning of the video, there's no conflict in his face at all. Nothing. You don't see none of that shit. He enjoys being a bully. He enjoys dishing out pain. No pun intended to his last name. He enjoys tormenting people. Kenny was basically what Cobra Kai needed. He's actually Cobra Kai material. What can I say? I mean, say what you will about the character. You got to admit that he is actually what Cobra Kai wants, more Hulk, which people love so fucking much. That's one of the problems when Kenny came to fruition, when he was beating up Hulk. And it seems that Hulk was nerfed because Kenny was beating him, quote unquote. And during the fucking, especially the scene during they had a problem that Kenny they actually got a lick on Hulk. He actually punched Hulk in the face. And when they was at the water park, it's like, because Hulk was everybody's favorite. Fuck everybody else. Hulk and Johnny was like the two characters that Hulk, Johnny, and Miguel was like the three characters that people fucking seem to gravitate towards. Like, they have a like emotional pull with these characters. In the moment one of those characters get nerfed, quote unquote, they get upset at the character that nerfed them. So that's why Kenny receiving all this hate and all this criticism, because he nerfed Hawk, because he got a lick on Hawk's face. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, come on, y'all. These motherfuckers, like I explained that scene in the earlier video. I'm gonna explain it again. That was the beginning of the fight when they were fighting. Okay, keep in mind, this is no fucking tournament. This is a street fight. Hawk was basically taunting Kenny. I'm surprised y'all wasn't saying how Hawk was stupid to underestimate Kenny, considering how well he did in the tournament. Y'all don't want to fucking criticize Hawk for fucking with him. So Hawk was basically taunting Kenny. That's why Kenny was able to get that fucking punch at that Hawk's face. And then when Hawk got serious, that's when when Kenny tried to kick him, he grabbed his leg and he kneed his leg. Who stopped the fight? Kenny's old ex-Cobra Kai mentor, Robbie. He came and pushed Hawk in the pool. So if Robbie wasn't there, you mean to tell me that Kenny would have won that match? If I remember correctly, Hawk and Kenny never fought in the tournament. They never fought one-on-one before. So, you guys fucking amaze me. Another scene that people are like, another scene that people have a problem with is when him and Hawk were fighting in the dojo later in season 5. And Kenny used a technique that his sensei recently taught him called the silver bullet. To make a long story short, silver bullet is a technique where you punch the heart and it knocks the air out of the opponent. No matter what, they can't continue. Yes, it's a cheating move, but they still win. That's what he was taught. So Kenny used that move on Hawk. And they wonder, and they're upset about it. It's like, what the fuck? You expect Hawk to withstand that move? I don't get y'all. Y'all, it's like, are you guys watching television or are you just looking at it? It seems to me that you guys are just looking at television. Y'all ain't watching shit. Y'all just fucking look at it. Anybody that got a problem with Kenny's character, remember what I said to you guys about the water park fight and the dojo fight. Keep in mind what the fuck I just said and watch it again. That's your homework. Watch it again. And remember what I just told you about how Kenny, there's nothing wrong with Kenny. Hawk was not nerfed. God damn. He could have punched Daniel LaRusso in the fucking chest. Or fucking Johnny Lawrence. God damn it. John Kreese could have received that blow. He would have been like, oh shit. And Hawk was down like he was a woman giving birth. He couldn't continue. That's the purpose of the move. It's a potential deadly move that I would never teach anybody. It's like, I would hate the fucking, if I knew the move, I would hate it to the fact that I even know how to do it. It's a potential deadly move. I remember I replied in the comment section. I said, oh, you got a problem with that? Let's see you get up from that move. Let's see you go. That's all you got? Jesus fucking Christ. You gasping for breath. How the fuck you gonna continue to fight when you gasping for breath? The whole purpose of the Quicksilver move that Kenny used on Hawk. Kenny was basically using what he knew to win the match. Because Kenny did say, like, wait a minute, is that cheating? Terry Silver told him, his sensei rather, hey, he can't continue, you win. You gotta do what you gotta do. And he was like, teach me that. Show me again. Like I said, man, he's among the few characters in the entire series that did not show conflict at all in his face, which makes him dangerous, by the way. Uh, that makes him 100% Cobra Kai material over Hulk. Dare I say? Hulk did show fucking conflict, even though yes, he too was dangerous. This man under peer pressure broke his best friend's arm under peer pressure. He didn't want to fucking do it. You can see he didn't want to fucking do it. But they was egging him on, and he fucking broke his best friend's arm. His former best friend at that point. Yes, I'm not saying Hawk is not dangerous or any other student that comes in the Cobra Kai, whether they've been bullied or not, or were bullies. If they practice that art, they don't become dangerous people. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that Kenny is more of a Cobra Kai material because he shows no remorse. He has no second thoughts on his actions. That's what I'm saying. And another thing, the other thing that makes me laugh about people when they say, "Ooh," in fact, I read a comment that said this. It said something along the lines of, "Man, Johnny Lawrence carries the show, if you ask me." No, he doesn't. You know who carries the show? Nobody. Nobody carries the show. There is no main character at all. That's one of the things I like about the show. There's nobody being pushed in the forefront at all. They're all just different. They just character. They're on equal ground. There is no main protagonist, or main antagonist. They all have. It's just a bunch of characters, antagonists and antagonists that's on equal ground. Some are veterans and some are rookies. And some been there for a little bit. Whether they've been antagonists or not. So that's a little bit of information I just share on Kenny. This video came up very impromptu. In fact, I thought about it about 10 minutes before I decided to do this. Cause I was like thinking about Kenny. I was like, just start thinking about him, and I was like, wow, this is a fucking awesome character. It's sad that people don't see it. I mean, those who can see it, good for you. Be proud. Take a bow. Pat yourself on the back. So that's it for this video. This is Y Chromosome. Sign the fuck out. Peace and love. Good health to you all, and be safe out there. Peace. I'm out, man.